Alright guys, welcome back, let's get on with the show. 1. Pakistan's early exit from Champions Trophy. Pakistan's cricket team faced heavy criticism after their early exit from the Champions Trophy, losing to both New Zealand and India. This led to fans and former players questioning whether Pakistan could ever compete with their rivals. Critics blamed outdated strategies and the lack of improvement in domestic cricket. Political instability in Pakistan's cricket system also affected team selection. Injuries and poor form, especially from key players like Fakhar Zaman, contributed to the team's downfall. The loss against India left fans particularly frustrated with the team's management. 2. Prime Minister's controversial promise. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif made a bold promise at a rally in Dera Ghazi Khan, stating that if Pakistan didn't surpass India in development and economy, he would no longer use his name. His emotional speech, promising to make Pakistan great and defeat India economically, sparked criticism. Some accused him of making empty promises without real plans to follow through. Just days earlier, Sharif had also called for talks with India, but India has made it clear that talks can't happen unless Pakistan stops supporting terrorism. 3. Shahid Afridi's criticism of Pakistan's cricket. Former cricket captain Shahid Afridi criticized Pakistan's cricket style, calling it outdated compared to more aggressive teams. He pointed out how Pakistan's tendency to play too many dot balls hurt their chances, especially in key matches like those against India. Afridi stressed that Pakistan needed a complete overhaul of its approach, shifting to a more aggressive style to improve its competitiveness in the future. 4. Pakistan's crackdown on Afghan refugees. Pakistan began expelling Afghan refugees, causing fear and uncertainty among the Afghan community. Around 4 million refugees who have lived in Pakistan for many years are being sent back, with over 1,000 detained and thousands forced out of cities like Islamabad. This crackdown is due to worsening relations between Pakistan and Afghanistan. Pakistan blames Afghanistan for not controlling militant groups. The UN and refugee advocates have raised concerns about the humanitarian crisis this is causing. 5. US F-16 deal raises concerns in India. The U.S. decision to allocate $397 million for maintaining Pakistan's F-16 fighter jets has raised concerns in India. Indian politician Pawan Khera questioned the impact this decision could have on India's security, given Pakistan's use of F-16s against India in the past. Khera also criticized proposals to acquire expensive F-35 jets, suggesting that Russia's Su-57 jets could be a better, more affordable option. 6. Pakistan and Azerbaijan's military deal. Pakistan and Azerbaijan have agreed to build JF-17 fighter jets together, following approval from China. Azerbaijan will purchase JF-17 Block 3 jets in a deal worth $1.6 billion. These versatile fighter jets are seen as a significant addition to Azerbaijan's military, especially given the ongoing conflict with Armenia. Pakistan and Turkey have supported Azerbaijan in this dispute. Despite concerns over their performance, these jets are seen as a cost-effective option. 7. Political fallout from Pakistan's Champions Trophy failure. Pakistan's early exit from the 2025 Champions Trophy caused political outrage. The team was knocked out in just 5 days, losing to New Zealand and India. This led to criticism of the Pakistan Cricket Board (PCB) chairman Mohsin Naqvi, with opposition politician Omar Ayub calling for his removal. Pakistan's failures in major events, including the 2022 T20 World Cup and the 2023 ODI World Cup, have led to growing discontent among fans. 8. The India-Pakistan cricket rivalry. The intense cricket rivalry between India and Pakistan is often described as one of the greatest in the sport. However, after Pakistan's crushing defeat in the 2025 Champions Trophy, some question whether the rivalry still holds its competitive edge. India has dominated recent encounters, making the competition seem one-sided. Critics argue that the rivalry now relies more on historical and political tensions than actual competition, as India has maintained a clear advantage. 9. Bangladesh and Pakistan's trade deal. After years of strained relations, Bangladesh and Pakistan have agreed to direct government-to-government trade. In January 2025, they signed a deal for Bangladesh to import 50,000 tons of rice from Pakistan. This is the first official trade agreement in decades, with previous trade being limited to private deals. Bangladesh, vulnerable to climate change and frequent natural disasters, now sees Pakistan as a reliable and affordable rice supplier. This trade deal marks a significant step in rebuilding bilateral ties. 10. Pakistan and Uzbekistan's growing partnership. Pakistan and Uzbekistan have agreed to increase bilateral trade to $2 billion. During Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif's visit to Uzbekistan, both countries signed agreements to enhance cooperation in defense, technology, and technical training. They also discussed expanding air travel routes and developing joint business projects. A key project is a proposed railway link between Pakistan and Uzbekistan, passing through Afghanistan, which would strengthen trade and regional cooperation. Pakistan's political and cricketing challenges continue to shape its relationships and strategies, both within and beyond its borders. The country's efforts to strengthen ties with nations like Bangladesh, Uzbekistan, and Azerbaijan show a commitment to improving its global position, despite ongoing internal struggles. Meanwhile, the cricket team's performance and political leadership face constant scrutiny, highlighting the need for reform and strategic vision.